says that the national government and the county government are distinct yet interdependent. And then they said, if at all there is anything they need to do together where they need to transfer roles and powers, it must be based on mutual agreement between the national government and the county government. So unless there was a mutual agreement between national government and county government on disbursing money for education, then it can actually be within the Constitution. So there's no need of saying we are going to enact another one. American Constitution is very short and brief, but it has taken care of Americans. For us, every time we see a lacuna, and then I'm sorry when Sosion mentions the manifesto for Kenya Kwanza, because I don't think where it exists anymore. Does it exist anymore? How do we know it exists? We know it exists when it's being implemented. Tell me any single thing in that Kenya Kwanza manifesto that you see its impact on the ground. So quoting Kenya Kwanza manifesto on a constitutional provision actually is I've told you that they are unable to answer the question. So as far as I'm concerned, let's not ventilate on this matter. What is the solution forward? Education must be fixed like now. Fred, as we speak, we are in January. There's a child who is not going to go to school because of these things. There's a child whose future will be wasted because of, so it's not a joke of doing rhetorics on television. It's about what is urgent. There's been a proposal to consolidate this fund together and do it directly, because if you know the number of schools, why should money move from the governor, from the national government to the county government, then to school? If I would be president today, Fred, and I've told you, I know the number of each and every secondary school and primary school, I'll tell the child, your work is to go to school. Your parents do not have to pass by the governor's office, because bursaries checks are being sold, isn't it? We'll take money to school, we'll take uniform to school, we'll build the classroom, we'll be able to ensure that laboratories are working. Why should money move? Do you know, Fred, anytime money moves, it disappears. What do I mean by that? If you have 10,000 shillings and you send me money from 10,000 shillings, it becomes 9,000 and something. So moving billions of shillings from the national government to the county government, they're writing a check from there. Whom are we making rich?
But according to Bwana Sosion, who has been a teacher in this country for a very long time, and a unionist as well, the ideal situation for funding schools should include the county governments. Is that what you're saying?
It should. And we
should that be the discussion? Should that be the conversation we have?
It's not a question of a discussion. It's a question of the various government making the appropriate laws. I would like to make it very clear here. The Constitution is clear. I think we are trying to interpret and create complications for nothing, even where there are no contradictions. The Constitution is clear that any law that contradicts any clause of the section of the Constitution is illegal. But if it doesn't,